Hello friends of Analog Entertainment to another English board game review. Today with Sushi Dice, a tiny fun party kids game about sushi making. The coolest feature of this game actually is that there's a real kind of sushi kitchen bell included, which you can hit if you have finished cooking your sushi plate. There are just two sets of 6 dice and a set of cards. This game is played in duels, so actually only 2 players play at the same time. The others kind of watch. They have some possibility of interaction, but the game is actually only played with 2 people, and then these 2 people kind of composition change if you're playing with more people. In the middle of the game are 3 sushi cards, which show different sushi plates, and each player has the same set of 6 sushi dice, and on a command they will start rolling the dice at the same time and try to kind of roll one of the 3 kind of sushi plates as fast as they can. On the dice there are of course the different sushi types, and also on the dice there are 2 special symbols. There's a star, which is actually kind of a wild card. It can stand for any type of sushi. And then there's a black yuck symbol. And this black yuck symbol is actually the kicker of the whole game, because of course you don't need a yuck. It's a bad sushi. It's a I don't know. It's a rotten fish or whatever. And if you roll a black, you try to instantly grab it and re-roll it, because if your opponent sees that you have rolled a yuck, he can yell yuck, and then you have to grab all your dice. Also, these dice we have already kind of put aside and collected for your sushi. You have to grab all your dice again and kind of start from the beginning. Of course, you can also look to see if your opponent rolls a yuck, and then yeah, you can reset him also. So it's kind of the thing you try to concentrate on your own sushi. It's very hectic, and on the same time you have to kind of with one eye watch what your opponent is doing, and if he's rolling a yuck, you can reset him. And if you're finished, then you hit the bell. If you rolled correctly, you will get this 1 card. Then the 3 cards will be refilled, and depending on the number of players, you win if you have 6 sushi cards or less. I like sushi dice because of 2 things. First, this yuck mechanism is quite funny, and of course the bell. The bell brings in so much thematic feel. Also, I think the whole theme is great, because if you have ever watched a sushi cook doing sushi, he's also kind of doing like this, and this is the same way this game goes. It's like rolling, yuck, oh damn, I have to. So it's really, you feel like a sushi cook, and with the bell, it's really like you're in the middle of a sushi kitchen. That's great. On the other hand, of course, it's just a party game. It's just a kids game. You won't play this game for a long time. It's more like in between or before yeah, late night game if you're still into a quick round of a dice action. And there's one thing, personally I think this game is the best for just 2 players, because if you're playing with more players, there's a rule that gives the other players some interaction, but it's actually not really working very well. This is the chop rule, and it goes like this: if both players have rolled a yuck simultaneously, the other players can yell chop, and if they do that, the duel ends immediately and the other players gets a chance to make a duel. But actually I think this rule sucks. It's sometimes difficult to tell if really 2 yuck symbols have been laying on the table at the same time, because as you can imagine, we're rolling very fast, and has he grabbed it already or not? It's difficult to tell. On the other hand, it's also the fact that the moment where it's most likely that both players have a yuck is at the beginning of the duel, because then both players roll the 6 dice, and they have, I think, a total of 3 Yuck symbols on this 6 dice. And that's of course not funny, because then the duel ends immediately after the first roll of the dice. So my opinion is just leave this chop rule aside. You don't need that. Play it with 2 people, or if you play with more people, just without the chop rule. The others can just watch and wait. It's funny to watch, and then it's your turn. This game is played so fast, no problem in waiting here. Yeah, so if you're into action-driven, fast, funny dice games with a great theme, then Sushi Dice is definitely worth a look. Especially, I think the theme is implemented very nicely in this kind of tiny game, because you really feel as a real sushi cook.